So there we go, the Maxus ED3. I've got no complaints after 4.5 years, or 4 years and 3 months and 138,000 miles. Make of it what you will, and subscribe and like if you want to see what I've replaced it with. And here it is. So what is it and why did I buy it? Well, more observant among you may know what it is, but it's a DFSK EC35. Now I know that sort of sounds like a phone, but trust me, it's not. So DFSK, it's a long story, but in a nutshell, DFSK is Dongfeng Socon? I think it's Dongfeng Socon, but DFSK is a lot easier to say. And the EC35 comes from the C35 and the C36. The C35 is the van, the C36 is the passenger variety, and the E just is the electric part. So there you go, a DFSK EC35. The question you all want to know is, why did I buy something that practically nobody's heard of? Well, I bought it because it is simple. It's so simple. It's a 25 plate, but it's got none of those systems that are annoying, and I'll come to that as to how it can possibly be a 25 plate but have no ADAS systems. There's no lane keep assist, there's no lane departure warning, there's no speed limit warning, there's no pedestrian warning. You've got reversing sensors and you've got a reversing camera, so that's all good. You've got ABS, obviously. You've even got, I think, electronic stability, although I'm not sure about that one. Probably not, maybe. So there's none of that, which is good, because none of that can go wrong. Why else did I buy it? I bought it because it hasn't got a high roof, and in my new role I need to get into height restricted areas, I need to get into car parks and that sort of stuff, and importantly I can go to the local tip now, because that's got a height restriction barrier that my old van didn't go under, but this one can. So as long as I get the right permit, I'm allowed in, which is good. Tell you what, let's have a look around the back. So the business end, and I love this. Never had one before, but I don't think I'm ever going to have barn doors again. Okay, so the one big downer of the tailgate is that you can't load easily with a forklift. It can be done, but it's a pain in the backside. But look at this. This is huge. I can stand under here in the rain, I can load, I can mess about, I can do all sorts of stuff, not get wet. The load space, you've got no doors hindering you at all to get stuff in and out. And one of the other reasons I bought this is because it's a smaller van, but believe it or not, the load area is actually bigger than my previous van, which is a bit strange, but it's because it's like almost what they call a forward control vehicle. There's very little cab, maximum load, built to do a job. So this, you can get 8x4 sheet in easily, 2.4 metres by about 1440, something like that, millimetres, and 2.4 metres, so 2,400 millimetres long. Put some mats in it. These are just those gym garage mat things. They're actually on offer. I got these from Halfords. I know, Halfords, but 2 for 20 quid, 2 packs for 20 quid. Well, when you consider places like B&M are charging £16 a pack, then 2 for 20 quid from Halfords was an absolute steal. Cut them to shape, but to be honest with you, it's just, this is exactly 2 mats and the edging wide. Cut it round the arches, job done. So yeah, so it's 2.4 long, over 4 feet wide, 8x4 sheet in there. In fact, there's a video on YouTube somewhere where they put about 47 sheets of plasterboard in. No problem at all. Why you would do that, I don't know. But so that's the business end, and one of the reasons why I bought it. Another reason I bought it. 1, 2, twin side loading doors. Okay, let's get down to the real reason I bought this, the price. Bearing in mind this is a 25 plate vehicle, and when I picked it up it had done 47 miles, and previously when I'd gone to test drive it, it had done 35 miles. Okay, so essentially it was pre-registered, but essentially a brand new van on a 25 plate with 35 miles on the clock, and I paid £7,500 for this. Yes, you heard that right, £7,500 plus the VAT. But obviously if you're buying it for business purposes and you're VAT registered, you would get that VAT back. I didn't. I had to swallow the VAT because I'm not VAT registered. So there you go, £7,500 plus the VAT for a brand new van. It's got a range of about 120 miles. Some people are reporting maybe 140 in the summer. This has now done 400 and something miles. I've had it a month. I'm a month in. But to be honest with you, the rolls that I'm doing now, I do 40 miles a day. So to be honest with you, the range is immaterial. I have got a decent journey coming up. There's about a 230 mile round trip. I might take you along for the ride on that, because it'd be interesting to see what this is to the extreme. But at the moment I'm working on about 1% per mile, so 100%, 100 miles. A little bit more maybe 110. The official figure I think is 109, so that would be absolutely bang on. But there you go, that's the sort of money you can pick these up for. I have seen them as cheap as £6,500 plus the VAT. That was a 23 plate and had done 2,500 miles. But again, one owner, ex-demo, that's the sort of thing. I haven't actually seen any of these for sale privately from previous owners. There's loads of them out there. Well, I say loads, there's probably 30 odd available on the internet, Auto Trader, eBay, that sort of thing. They're all primarily coming from two sources that must have bought a bulk load of them. And the reason they're so cheap is they're actually 2022 vehicles. They were manufactured, mine was manufactured in June, I think 2022, and they're basically all 2022 vehicles regardless of when they're registered. They can be registered 22, 23, 24, 25. As far as I know, there's only about 18 25 plates, and again, as far as I'm aware, they have now all been snapped up. There may be one still out there, but I'm not going to tell you where it is. You'll have to do your own research. And again, I think that one is 7,995 plus the VAT, so a little bit more expensive than this. But again, I think it's only done 100, 130 miles, something like that. Probably an ex-demo or been driven around once or twice. So this is what you can get for that sort of money. People pay £5,500 as a PCP deposit on a Transit E-Custom, or even just a standard electric custom. They'll pay £5,000 deposit that's gone, boom, gone. You don't see that again. And then they'll pay £300, £400, £500 a month for the next 2-3 years. Whereas you can have this instantly for £7,500 and it's yours forever. So to me, it was just nonsense to not buy one of these. See how it goes. It's got a 5-year battery warranty. It's got an 8-year battery warranty, a 5-year warranty on it, and the warranty starts from the date it was first registered, not the date of manufacture. So this is why, again, I went for 25 plate, because the 25 plate is now got 4 years of that 5-year warranty still remaining. You have to be very careful, and you have to make sure it's had its first or second service, however old it is. So if you buy a 2022 one, it must have had 3 services to keep the warranty valid. So again, another reason why I went for a 25 plate is because this was registered March last year, which means I had until March, i.e. now, this year, to get its first service done to keep the warranty in place, and I've done that. I had it serviced last week. The service people are Halfords. Halfords have got an agreement with the importers, and the one I went to in Lincoln, very knowledgeable. They'd only seen 1 or 2, but they had all the data. They knew exactly what it was. Not that it done 61 miles when I took it in for service. So you know, they put it up on a ramp and went, yeah, that's all right. There wasn't exactly a lot for them to do, but there we go. So it's serviced, it's up to date, stamp in the book, and we shall see how it goes, and I'll take you along for the journey, and I'll do a few more videos on just some of its quirks, its bits and pieces, and how you can get along with it. But at the moment, I'm loving it. You're not going to want to go up and down the motorway like I used to in my old van. It's not built for that, it's not designed for that. But for pottering around, for local deliveries between towns, between cities, in and around urban areas, it is absolutely fantastic. The load area for the size is enormous. It goes well. Oh, and the other thing is, it's rear wheel drive. So it's only, I think it's 80 brake horsepower, but again, you know, it's electric, so instant torque, and it's like 250, 60 newton meters, so it's not exactly, you know, lacking in torque. But rear wheel drive, I think there's going to be some fun in the winter. Anyway, I could waffle on because I think these are brilliant. So I'll leave it there and do a couple more videos, and we'll see how it goes. Catch you on the next one.